From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit into the harbor with them still on the dock.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got it out. Nice pick up for 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. Although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on 3rd down. Here we go. Burrow throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. So even 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Caught on the right side. Touchdown. Trevor Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can...
The 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. First down, here's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. Burrow looking to pass. It's just their first, so they have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's on his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you
don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Myers in motion right. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. Now O'Connell. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Madison running on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale.
Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. O'Connell working from the gun. That's complete into the hands of Myers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. He hits it, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and roll them off.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground to play. And they'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
White. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chalk. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, Madison, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. White. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can...
Out of the mission, they force the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. T. Higgins. For the Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goal post, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. A quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Raiders.
Now again up the middle. This is White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down, O'Connell. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, O'Connell. Working the middle of the field, he's got the man complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's O'Connell. Touchdown, Raiders! Trey Tucker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yep.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds?
Of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll run out of the gun with Morris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Burrow.
chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. He has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. Pass complete to Higgins. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. This is not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep going.
Higgins is going to have the Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. To throw, Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki. The ball is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Pryor has it complete. A big play here. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8.
Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running a flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here we go. 1st and goal. And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here we go. Here's Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
Harrison for the Bengals field goal on 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has now been called a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession.
We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, for a second on the offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground right. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about a yard and a half. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance.
The job got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides
because now you're running away from someone. Went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime. What type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.